For full episodes of the Diverse Mentality podcast, check the links in the description below. The full video version is available on the main channel, and the audio version is available on your favorite streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. Anyways, let's get into the fucking news, man. Let's get into the news. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, man. Enter the PS5 giveaway. I want y'all to get a PS5, man. Let's do it, baby. NBA YoungBoy, Meek Mill, lots of artists really recently have been complaining about the label situation that they're in. We talked about Meek Mill previously, complaining about the label situation he's in. NBA YoungBoy decided to complain on Instagram, and he removed a lot of the posts. But basically, he just said, "Fuck Atlantic Records. They're treating me like a slave out here." And to be fair, I don't really know many slaves getting paid millions of dollars, but I get what he's saying. I understand. He went on like a whole fuck Atlantic Records on Instagram. He said, "Don't sign to Atlantic unless you want to be a slave. I repeat, don't." So NBA YoungBoy's back on Instagram because I know he had it deleted for a while, but he's back on Instagram. And yeah, man, even Bobby Shmurda just recently said he's having issues with his label. His is more interesting because he was locked up for 6 years, and they still had him on the label. This is what he posted. "I got a 70-year-old lady running my label, and I love her dearly, but she doesn't want to let me go at all. No matter what I do, I've been signed to them since I was 19. I did 6 years in jail trying to get off this label. Before I came home, you name one person in the industry, a label keeps signed in jail for 6 years. Yeah, I know. I made them more millions than they ever gave me. Just let me go." Put in the caption, "It's not a cry for help. This is a message and understanding for my fans that they stopping my music. Stopping my music and prolonging my career. I've been holding shit down, doing everything on my own since I've been home. It's been a year now, and I still feel like I'm in prison. And by the way, the album's done, ready to go live. Please, I need them to let me go. Free Shmurda." Man, I was having conversations with a few people. My brother would have chimed in on this, but we were talking about trucking and how there's a middleman in trucking companies and shit like that. There's a middleman for it. I'm like, why do you need a middleman? It's 2022. Middlemen really shouldn't exist in really any industry. I can't really think of anything that a middleman should exist in. And that's basically what a label is. It's a middleman to get you to mainstream places. That makes sense. So like if you're signed to a label, you're more likely to get onto like late night TV shows and perform, which is a good look because, a lot of viewers go in there. If you're on a label, you're more likely to get radio placements. You're more likely to show up at award shows and get events placed, like stuff like that. That's what you're more likely to do. And a little bit more promotion. But to be honest, in today's time as an artist, when you're independent, when you're by yourself, you can build it, man. Look at young Dolph. Look at my King of Memphis documentary. You'll see in there, Dolph, when he first started, built his name up, got to label offered him $2 million to sign, didn't do it. Label offered him $3.2 million just a year later, didn't do it. Then like 2-3 years later, label offered him $22 million, didn't do it. So if a label's offering somebody $22 million and young Dolph didn't have like massive number one hits, he had hits, but they weren't like number one. Like he was featured on OT Genesis Cut It record, which is his biggest track that he was a part of. And he had hits here and there, like number 40, number 50, stuff like that. But he never reached top 10 in terms of like singles or whatever, which doesn't matter. It's like you're building an audience. And his recent album in 2020 ended up selling like 63,000 copies the first week, which is for a fucking person that's independent, that doesn't have no label in there. That's good as fuck. There's people on major labels that don't even sell that. So I feel like the label right now nowadays is the middleman. That's not really needed. I think you can build it yourself. Look at these artists complaining. And it just seems like these artists don't learn. It's like if you see right now, if I was an artist and I wanted to be a rapper or whatever, and I'm building my name up, and I see this, I see NBA YoungBoy complain, I see Meek Mill complain, I see Bobby Shmurda complain. A lot of artists have complained in the past too. I'll be like, hell no, I'll build it myself. And then whenever I feel like, I don't feel like putting up my own money, I don't feel like doing my own thing, let me sign with the label. Do it when you're the hot shit, where you go there demanding things instead of them preying on you and basically saying, hey, we'll give you $1 million. And you're like, yes, $1 million. That's the fucking greatest amount of money that I could get. So, yeah, just build your name up, man. Take it. I mean, sometimes being with a label, it does get you famous and more successful quicker. But don't take the quick route, man. Just build it day by day, man. Before you know it, you look down, you look up. You know, it's like you've seen those like long stairs, the theory that people say. I forget what the fuck the saying is. But like if you look up and you see a bunch of stairs, you're going to be lazy to go up them because they're so high up. But if you keep your head down and just keep walking one step at a time, before you know it, when you look up, you're at the top. And that's just how life works, man. Right now, if let's just say we build up I'm building up a podcast every single day, doing episodes. Let's just say we get to a certain level, right, where we have 100,000 listeners daily, which would be amazing. We get to that level and Spotify comes and says, hey, we want you on our platform. We'll give you this X amount of money. I wouldn't do it. If I already built 100,000 people up by myself independently with nobody pushing anything, why? Look at Joe Budden. He released his numbers independent. I would rather take that route where you own it. It is a slower route, granted, but who cares, man? Shit happens. But yeah, that's Bobby Shmurda and me, NBA YoungBoy.